it has not closed the doctrinal debate over Jesus' conception for many Lutherans, and by inference, that includes our members. It is something to be debated along with other Protestant Christians. Wonderful. We can parade it around. We don't need to believe what the Bible teaches. And we're going to mention in a second, why is it important that we believe Emmanuel, God with us? It's about us believing from the heart, what the implications are. Let me go back to Isaiah. Woe to you who rise early in the morning to run after their drinks and stay up late at night. To those who say, let God hurry, let him hasten his work so we may see it. If God's going to judge us, let him knock us down. Come on, God. The plan of the Holy One of Israel, let it approach. Let it come into view so that we may know it. What? It's unbelievable. O come, Emmanuel. God with us. Do I believe it? So in these circumstances, this whole mess, what happens? God comes through the prophet Isaiah to a king named Ahaz. And King Ahaz is told, this is the king from Judah. The people in the north are attacking you. The civil war goes on. Israel and Syria are going to attack you, but I'm going to rescue you. I will give you a sign. Now, Ahaz was another horrible king. Did not follow the Lord, sacrificed his own children to pagan gods. Awful kind of king as far as spiritually, a spiritual mess. God still comes to him. Isaiah says, I'll give you a sign. I want you to know that I will defeat Israel, north, and Syria from taking you over. But secretly, Ahaz was looking to make a deal with the Assyrians to come in and help. And ultimately, they would come in and help. But then they would turn on Judah and start to attack Judah. So here's Ahaz. God's going to give you a sign. What was Ahaz's response? But Ahaz said, I will not ask. I will not put the Lord to the test. Then Isaiah said, hear now, you house of David, is it not enough to try the patience of men? Will you try the patience of my God also? You don't want a sign, Ahaz? And then right after that, Isaiah said, I'll give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son. He will be called Emmanuel. He will give birth to a son. The virgin will give birth to a son. Was that applying to Jesus? Of course it was, but we know from the New Testament. It had implications for what was happening in that day. Yes, it did. But it was also a judgment on Ahaz. Do you know that in the book of Isaiah, 60 times, over 60 times, the work of John the Baptist, or the ministry of Jesus, or the events surrounding Jesus' ministry, his life, his death, and resurrection are referred to. They're prophecies that are being made. So this prophecy here, including, also remember the very familiar one, to us, a child is born, to us a son be given, his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father. That's in Isaiah 9, short chapter after. Everything in Isaiah, although it has historical context, ultimately, including things from chapter 1, which I didn't mention, which are referred to in the New Testament, Paul refers to it quite a bit about restoring. The real thing that you need is not freedom from the northern Israel, not from Syria, not from the Assyrians, not from ultimately the Babylonians that Isaiah said would come to Jerusalem and destroy it, but it would be freedom that you would have in Jesus Christ. The Messiah would give freedom from sin. And so the question is, how do we know? How do we know that that Jesus, the real freedom that we have is in Jesus Christ as the one who would take away our sins? Take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his